I'm about to clean out the cell. It's great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke away longer than I be. I don't. Took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. In the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in nothing, don't be in the middle. You better be all you can.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mind the matrix. Mind the goddamn matrix. Time to fuck these boys up. Boy, look at them stats, boy. Ain't ready.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is a special edition of the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. Hello, everyone, along here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson.
Tremendous overall athlete, does everything that you're looking for. Big time in the quarterback run game against their better opponents, but can also operate skillfully from the pocket and can beat you with his mind as well.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Let's get it back.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. A give to Bell. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
They go play action here on 1st down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Down! Black 22! Black 22!
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
Will Fuller is one of the young flyers in the NFL and gets to top speed in just a couple of steps, so everyone has to respect the deep game because he'll blow past people in a hurry. But what that does is leaves open space underneath. He can take the short pass, turn it into a bigger game because he makes people miss. If he takes care of his hands and doesn't drop a pass or two in a game, he's going to be one of the best receivers in the league.
On second down, it's Bell. And a solid run down inside the 30. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Down. Green, down.
From the gun, here's Watson. Almost kicked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So our initial necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
You're exactly right about that. I love how you framed it, right? Not sure it's a statement, but at the same time, you're putting something out there, aren't you? Letting them know, hey, we came to play today.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And what a sophomore season he had for the Cardinals. Pretty much swept every major quarterback award, including the Heisman Trophy. And we spend a lot of time talking about his legs. Formidable. He can run the ball like few others, but the key to everything for him is ability to be accurate from the pocket.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
This is Starks. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
A run here for Starks. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A run through the starters defensively for the Texans. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because his feeling was good, solid performance, did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely would like to see some improvement in this week's game.
They always want improvement, don't they?
They certainly do.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
They're running with starts. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now starts. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down.
Now let's go.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson taking it in. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. 1st quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you, because we go for it here, even if we don't get it, get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the starters on the defensive side of the ball for the Ravens. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll into film, take your popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show because they played well. I can just tell you from experience, after a win is when coaches come down on you harder, because they want to emphasize all the mistakes that happen. Because you won, you're in a good mood. They want to bring you back to earth. Oftentimes you walk out of there and you ask your teammate, did we win last week?
So my assumption was wrong. I learned something. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jake Butt, the tight end, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
I want to do it too. Look at you.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Starts. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So we played a quarter here in the AFC Championship game. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Leopard.
About what?
Gun.
I mean, I put him back in that final anyway. Now they told me.
Here's Jackson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
I don't want to be if you want to be. And I asked you, but no. I asked you when I went to the store, did you want anything? But I asked you, what did you want? I asked, did you want anything when I went to the store?
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and the
but I
Texans
asked you, did you want anything from the store when I was going? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I don't. No, I don't. I asked you what.
Defensively, I think he was trying to go through his progressions,
right.
Find someone to get rid of the football.
Oh, that earlier, but that's what I mean. Yesterday, that's still the same money I had yesterday.
A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
But again, when I asked you, did you want anything from the store? You said no, point blank.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Jackson to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Take it down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
You had 2 left in the
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Flush to his right. On the crossing route, complete. That's Andrews. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Jackson on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Back 22.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Whistles him off. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And he said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Woo.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, no.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, player.
Now a handoff looking right.
Oh.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A minute 57 to go in this 1st half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, coach. Break it down.
He's going to look deep down the field.
That's Randy. Oh, no, that was me.
A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 69 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jaleel Scott, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Now a first down throw. Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Oliver. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Watson now on second down. And his pass incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Watson, and that is incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And heading back onto the field now, the Texans defense. And we watch now how effective they've been, how disruptive they've been in the backfield.
It was been so difficult for the offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Oh, shit.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Jadeveon Clowney. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now they try the right side here. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. And open, it's Moss, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson.
Woo.
And it pops free.
Woo.
The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Sharp. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
This leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Cox. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Jackson on 1st down. Incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now a handoff looking right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Gun.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
That happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
From the gun on third, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This will be fielded at the 17. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now here come the Ravens. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson.
Woo.
And inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Oh, yeah.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
41 to Mike. Check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Gun.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Watson. The kidder here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
God damn it, they always play.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
God damn.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Again on the ground, again with Starks.
Come
And
on.
he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. Defensively thus far, they haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, and defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop it, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson.
Hey.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DJ Reader busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Willie Henry in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Oh, yeah.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Oliver. 10 more there and another 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st down, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Black 22.
To the air yet again, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Watson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing again is Watson. Trying to force it to
Marlon.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit.
DeAndre locked down in that slot.
There's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point attempt to come here. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one.
Black 22. Black 22.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. From the gun, here's Watson. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The Texans on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw is Watson. A screen to Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They run again with Starks. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd down, Jackson looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. They're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens add on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now the try here for the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They start the drive with a carry by Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Down. Black 22.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Goes underneath for Bell. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Watson on 3rd down. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A good pickup there on 1st as a screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, 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 hey.
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We know these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away.
Good shit.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's